Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, Houston Rockets beat the Atlanta Hawks 121 to 114. Great win for the Rockets. Almost blew a 20 plus point lead in this game, but the Rockets got their crap together in this one and were able to win 121 to 114 thanks to Jalen Green's great 32-point performance. Also, Fred VanVleet had a really good night tonight, and then you have a performance like Jabari Smith Jr. had tonight, which was really key for the Rockets. He had a really clutch corner three for the Rockets late in the fourth quarter that I know they really needed when you look at how close the Hawks came to coming back in this game. At one point, they got it back to a 3-point game. It was 114 to 117. And then the Rockets scored 4 straight points to win by 7 points. So it was a great win for the Rockets. Just wish they would have kept their lead, but that's happened a lot this season at times where they're able to they've been able to blow leads this season, but it is what it is. All right. So and another thing I will say tonight, which is completely different from the other night. The other night, the reason the Rockets lost. I mean, there were a lot of reasons the Rockets lost, but they lost by 5 points to the Denver Nuggets and missed it was 11, 12 free throws they missed. It was absolutely horrendous from the free throw line the other night against the Nuggets, and that's been the case a lot this season where the Rockets lose games because of poor free throw shooting. And tonight, the Rockets won because of their great free throw shooting. Shot 26 of 29 at the free throw line tonight, which is almost 90% from the free throw line. VanVleet was 8 for 8. Jabari was 4 for 4. Tari was 4 for 4. Both Dylan and LP were 2 for 2. Green was 3 for 5. Adams was 3 for 4. Some really good free throw shooting for the Rockets tonight. All right, 32 points for Jalen Green, 11 rebounds. He had probably one of his highest rebound totals in the first quarter, if not this season in his career. 6 rebounds in the first quarter for Jalen Green. I don't know about his career, but definitely on the season, one of his highest rebound totals in the first quarter, 6 rebounds. 11, I know he's reached double-digit rebounds quite a few times this season, but was getting his boards early in the first quarter. Got 11 rebounds in the game, though. 4 assists with his 32 points. Absolutely terrible from 3 tonight was Jalen Green, 1 for 7, but still shot 14 for 24 from the floor, which means outside of his 3-point shooting, Jalen Green was an amazing 13 for 17 outside of all of his other shots tonight that were not threes. All right, and then if you include his free throw shooting, 3 for 5 at the free throw line, add that with his, it was his 13 for 17 from the floor outside of his 3-point shooting. The only flaws in Jalen Green's game tonight was his 3-point shooting, or you could also say his turnovers because he did lead the team in turnovers tonight by far. The team had 13, he had 5, but a really good night for Jalen outside of his 3-point shooting and his turnovers, and the Rockets won partly because of how good he was, but also I think it's another reason why this Rockets team won was a performance of Fred VanVleet that Fred VanVleet gave you tonight. 21 points, only 1 turnover when you got a guy like Dyson Daniels coming after you in this game tonight. He had 4 steals, so I thought it was really impressive that VanVleet only had 1 turnover when you got to deal with Dyson Daniels trying to take the basketball away from you. I think that got to Jalen Green a little bit though, but 21 points for Fred, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 for 14, 3 for 8 from 3, 8 for 8 at the free throw line, which is by far the best free throw shooter for the Rockets tonight, which that's most nights. And then we can go to Alperen Sengun. He had 18, 9, and 5. 1 steal and a block, 8 for 19 from the floor. Good night for LP. 10 points for Dylan Brooks, 3 for 9, 2 for 7 from 3. 10 points for Tari Eason with 14 rebounds. He was starting in place for Amen Thompson tonight. And the Rockets, another game where they're only at an 8-man rotation. Tonight, it was Jabari and Steven Adams coming off the bench, with Jabari shooting 5 for 12, 3 for 9 from 3, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. And Adams having 7 points and 7 rebounds in 25 minutes. And tonight, that third man off the bench was Aaron Holiday. Usually that will be Tari Eason when Amen Thompson's in the starting lineup. But that was Aaron Holiday tonight since Tari was starting. So Aaron Holiday had 6 points, a block, an assist, and a rebound, shooting 2 for 3 from 3 against his former team, the Atlanta Hawks. Then you have guys like Jeff Green, Cam Whitmore, and Jayshawn Tate, Jock Landale, DNPs, and then obviously you got Amen Thompson and Reed Shepard being injured with their injuries. Amen out with a left ankle injury, and then Shepard dealing with his thumb injury. Great win for the Rockets. Also, another thing I want to note is the Rockets did a great job of dealing with Trae Young in crunch time. Trae Young is one of the best players and is the best player in crunch time this year, leading the NBA in points, assists, and three-point makes in crunch time. Trae did have a couple of assists in crunch time, but he only scored 2 points, hit no threes, and the Rockets did a really good job of making sure they were, they gave up other damage. The Hawks hit quite a few threes that got the Hawks back in the game. Dyson Daniels hit a couple, and George Niang hit a three. So, sure, the Hawks still were able to make a comeback, but I thought it was good that the Rockets were, maintaining what Trae Young was doing late in the fourth quarter, as he has been one of the best player in the NBA when it comes to crunch time, and he's going to win the Clutch Player of the Year award this year. Let me know your thoughts on the Rockets winning 121-114 in the comment section, and peace out.